Hello viewers and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network once again. Dr. Walter Mzembi is wishing President Emerson Mnangagwa a smooth transition to the Third Republic. He says, "This is what I wish for the President of Zimbabwe, Mnangagwa, qualifying and induction into this Global Council of the Elders on the back of constitutional credentials and a smooth transition to the Third Republic. What a beautiful testimony and legacy it would be. But to get there, starting point kutamba nezera rake and surrounding himself with wisdom, not opportunists, criminals and zvitamba panashe. It's not too late to reset, and he must be encouraged and abounded on the constitutional path and really start working for his legacy, how he wants it to be remembered." So this is something which is very important, and these are the elders Dr. Walter Mzembi is referring to. The major question is, does Zimbabwean president fit to be part of those elders council, or can he join these groups? Personally, I doubt, because your character is what is very important. Your character is what gives you a position in the global world. If your character is bad, then it's very difficult for serious people to associate with you. So, however, we cannot dismiss the fact that Mnangagwa should reconsider leaving power, stepping down and doing the right thing. He cannot continue to hold the people of Zimbabwe at ransom. He cannot plunge Zimbabwe into further chaos simply because he wants power. I want to tell you this: third term Zimbabwe rinounza hondo. Third term Zimbabwe rinounza kudengenyeka kwenyika. Third term Zimbabwe rinounza instability ichatora makore kuipedza. So President Mnangagwa should think about that. Zimbabwe cannot be plunged into a civil war once again. It can't. We suffered a lot during Gukuraundi. We cannot suffer once more, because a civil war will simply make our people perish simply because of politicians want to stay in power for far too long. So you must also remember that chinu chinonzi utungamiriri is not something which is inherited. Doesn't mean that if he is a president, his children should also be presidents. We can't have such a behavior. We want ideas. We want ideas to take a lead. And I believe that 2023 elections must be the last elections to be heavily denounced like that. We need elections which are going to unite the people. We need elections which are going to put credibility on our institutions. We need a government which is going to come and self-correct and do things in a right way. We can't continue to have a government like the one which we have, which is self-centered, which is corrupt, which is does not care about the people, which is 100% captured. We can't. There are certain elements who are working in the government who deserve to be in prison, who deserve to be in the Krubi maximum prison. But they are powerful, and no one can say pray to them. That is the reason why they are there. There are certain people who are old enough to retire, old enough to be playing with their grandchildren, kumbao. And we need serious people to take over. We need young people to be given a chance to showcase themselves while they are still young, they are still in their prime. Let me tell you this. There are things which we could have done when we were much younger than now. But we couldn't. Because of the economy was bad, everything was bad, we couldn't have that opportunity. And, it must be a lesson to us as a people to say, we failed to do ABCD, but we cannot fail future generations to do great things. There are ideas which we had when we were much younger, but right now, as we grow up, we continue to face difficulties of this world. We are growing up, we are aging. Our thoughts are moving in a different direction. than when we were much younger. And we need to make sure that we keep the younger generations like eggs, such that they contribute immensely to the building of the economy of Zimbabwe. You know, it's not about positions. It's not about me being given a position. It's about ideas. Who does have better ideas? Who does have better skills to implement ideas? You know, sometimes we need to learn to have people who are creative, who bring ideas onto the table. Then we must have people with the capacity to implement those ideas. You know, talents differ. There are people who can think, there are people who can implement what you have thought, and there are people who can develop what you have thought. Those are very important aspects we must base our governance on, and make sure that we move Zimbabwe forward. So Dr. Walter Mzembi, I quite agree with him. Mnangagwa should rethink his position of becoming Munumtapa, and he must leave. He must leave while it's still good for him to do so. We can't plunge our country into further chaos, because we know that he is going to try to continue, but is going to be resisted, and that is going to plunge Zimbabwe into further chaos.